to tell you that today is a very unique day for us, set aside for clarity on how to actually leverage and take advantage of the numerous social media platforms, the step-by-step process you need. That is the training that is coming your way today. My name is Emmanuel. Please allow me or join me as I welcome to speak to the mic. Our speaker for tonight is a great leader in Igoglobal with deep knowledge of this very particular topic. No other person but Mr. Emmanuel Ifeanyi. I want us to give him a lot of emoji. Let him feel the impact of your presence. Let him feel highly welcome as he takes the mic from me. Let him feel highly welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, with standing ovation and a lot of emoji, let's go. That is it. Thank you so much, sir, for honoring the call. The floor is yours, sir.
Excellent morning. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, for that beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. Excellent morning. Amazing Republic of Igoglobal International. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I need a confirmation as usual.
Yes, we can
As
hear
usual,
you. Excellent morning, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Excellent morning. Excellent morning. I hope you're excited today. Because I am excited. This week has been so awesome. I've been seeing a whole lot of activities happening in Igoglobal International. And anytime it comes to social media, when I see social media happening in the Republic, you see me, I will just be dance anyhow, left, right, and center, because I understand the importance of what we are doing in this Republic. And I have to say a kudos to the management of Igoglobal International. Special appreciation to our able MD. I see what you're doing, man. You are too much. You're too much. And thank you for the Republic for answering to the call, because what you're doing for the past 2 or 3 days, it might look like a joke, but that is the foundation that you're laying. And by the time we go into the real core, you will understand why we started on that slow mo. So thank you so much for being part of it. And definitely you will feel and experience the impact of these little exercises that you think are not worth it. But trust me, it is going to change the narrative in your business and your social media life entirely. So if you permit me, I would like to quickly share my screen with you so that we can go into business fully. All right. So if you know you can see my screen, I will need a confirmation. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Just a confirmation. Okay. Let's see. So now can you see my slide? If you know you can see my slide, I need a confirmation. If you know you can see my slide. Can anyone see my slide?
It's coming up.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So I believe you can see. So you're welcome. You're welcome to today's presentation. Today is going to be fun. All right. Because when it comes to social media, like the name implies, it is fun because it's something that you need to love. You know, you need to love it and do it right. And that is why Igoglobal has thought it wise to bring out the secrets behind social media and how you can actually leverage on the various platforms available as a professional, especially when it comes to your Igoglobal business. So tonight, one thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is this is just one out of a million episodes of these these segments that has to do with digital marketing in your Igoglobal business. So we are just kick starting, and trust me, there are a whole lot of goodies that will be coming in. All you have to do is just make sure that you're not just listening to Mr. Africa or any other presenter. Make sure that you are jotting down, taking notes, and you go and practice exactly what you're being taught. Because in social media, everything is measurable. Everything is measurable. When you apply them, you will see and experience the benefits of what you have just done. So you're welcome to today's presentation, and we will be talking about how you can actually use social media to build your business practically and profitably. Your business as an influencer of Igoglobal International. Now, in this slide, anywhere you see distributor in this social media platform, what we are talking about today, we are going to be replacing every word distributor to influencers. All right. So permit me to make that correction. So every single place that you see distributor, just know that I am referring to influencer, all right? So I hope you're ready. If you know you're ready, I want you to write 111 on the chat box. If you know you're ready for this, put 111 coming up on the chat box. I believe someone is writing 111 there. Oh. All right, so you're welcome to today's presentation, guys. So without wasting much of our time, let's talk about the objectives of this presentation. What exactly are we looking out for? All right, we need to know exactly the objectives behind this presentation today. Now, the model, the objectives by the end of this training tonight, every influencer should be able to at least do these four very important things and understand it clearly. By the end of today's presentation tonight, every influencer should be able, one, to be able to generate daily conversations instead of noise. At the end of this presentation, every influencer is supposed to be able to attract warm prospects and not beg friends. At the end of this presentation tonight, every influencer of Igoglobal International is supposed to be able to build trust before pitching on anyone. And by the end of tonight's presentation, every influencer is supposed to know how to use social media with even 0 followers. I know you might be wondering, all these things sounds very impossible. Like, how do I generate a conversation on social media and it will not look noisy? How do I attract warm prospects without begging friends? How do I build trust before pitching? And how can I even use social media with zero followers? Now, this training is not theory. That's the truth. It's practical, and that's why I told you that it will be good if you can actually get a jotter and a pen, so that when you get any tricks, any strategy that is being shared tonight, just put it down, and then you can actually practicalize it at the end of this session. All right, so we go straight to business now. Before we even talk about the models, we need to clear some facts here. There are some serious lies and serious beliefs on social media, and we need to prepare our mindset. We need to understand that these things are not the way it is being assumed globally. Now, the truth is, this is the hard truth, challenging wrong belief. Now, let's correct a very dangerous mindset first before we even dive into the models. Now, you often hear people say, I don't have many followers, so social media will not work for me. Let's be honest to ourselves. I believe few of us have once in a blue moon or once in a lifetime made this statement. Oh, I just joined Facebook, or I have low flow followers. I don't have much followers, so I don't think social media is going to work for me. One thing I want to tell you is that is a very big capital lie. It is a very big lie. Now, it might look like Mr. Africa is just saying this for saying sake. Now, I'm going to give you two illustrations. One is going to be related to Igoglobal business, and another one outside Igoglobal business, but still on social media, so that you can understand what I mean. Now, back then, when there's this program that used to trend very well. Okay, it's like I think they call it Big Brother Ninja. Yes, it used to trend. I'm not talking about now that it doesn't really have value or anything. I'm talking about then, where even the housemate, the moment they announce your name as a housemate, instantly you begin to have large followers. You begin to trend and all that, even before the whole house has been settled. Now, there was this, there's this, my friend back then in Abuja, when he was still in Nigeria. He got, he wanted to import some products. It's actually, what do they call it? Some smart camera, CCTV. Then, when CCTV was not really, common. So when he approached me, he said, "Guy, what do you think? I think what I want is I want us to." He came with the idea. He's not a digital marketer per se, but he's a businessman. So he approached me. He said, "How can we penetrate the market since this thing is not, it's not common?" And then he wanted social media badly, And then what he said was, he said he wants us to use influencers. And then, like I said, what was raining was that BB Niger or whatever. So he was so particular about influencers, because they have large numbers of followers, because, once if they post about it, sales will start coming up. Pia, pia, pia. I told him, I said, hey, let me tell you something that you don't understand about this space. There is no guarantee that you will have returning customers once these influencers influence your product. Now, I want you to understand why I'm giving this story. The influencers are the set of people that have large followers. Now, after back and forth, and I said, okay, now let's do it 50-50. We're going to build your company, we're going to build your online presence organically from the scratch. I would handle that. While you go and select the influencer that you want, then let us roll with it. Now, fast forward, he picked an influencer. I think she had over close to 3 point something million followers on Instagram. Now look at the magic here. We were building organically. Organically, we had less than 1,000. Okay. Now, when she started influencing this particular device, fast forward, first week, massive sales. Second week, it dropped. The sales dropped from that they lost like 70% sales the second week. Instead of it to be increasing, it started reducing. Third week, less. When I say less than 20%, the fourth week, sales became a problem. Now, while the organic one that has less than 1,000 followers, even 500 followers, patiently was building, and not just building, but connecting with people that are in the same niche that actually need these services. And now, as we speak, if the company still exists though, but now as we speak, the last time I communicated with him, the organic one was doing far better. In fact, the influencing contract had already expired. The millions has gone. So he wasted a whole lot of money. So what I'm trying to say is, now I told you I was going to use two illustrations. Now coming to Igoglobal business, because we're focusing on Igoglobal business. I personally have made the research. I did a test run, because on social media, trust me, online space, you will have to try different things. You understand what works for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B. I'm being very honest with you here. That's the online space for you, especially when it comes to content creation. All right, we'll get to content creation. We'll have special trainings on that. See, what we have on social media online space is a very huge thing. When I say huge, you will love it. And let me tell you one secret, too. You people should give Igoglobal management some emojis here, because you see what we are doing tonight. If I tell you the value of it, monetary value, if I tell you how much it is for you to have a basic training, this is just a basic training. If I tell you how much it costs for you to have a training like this tonight, even if it's just 30 minutes or an hour, you can Google it. If you will get the accurate amount, you understand that what you're getting here is real value. So fast forward on Igoglobal business, I did a test run. There's this page that has much more followers than the other page. Now both of them posted the same thing, but trust me, the one that really made more sense when it comes to the outcome of whatever I did, the strategy that I applied, was the page that has lesser followers. So now the reason why I'm emphasizing on this is because this is one of the key factors why most people do not believe that they can actually make it through social media, because they feel they have less followers, they have less friends on social media, so they cannot make it. So guys, trust me, that is a big lie. And then also you need to understand, when it comes to social media and when it comes to network marketing, which is the multi-level marketing, quality over quantity. You remember our CEO always says this, he says, go for only quality people, only quality people. It applies to even your digital marketing skills, your social media marketing skills. When it comes to your Igoglobal business, it also applies to, see, reality check in network marketing. 20 quality conversations beats 20,000 followers. You can have a page that has over 20,000 followers, but their conversation does not really make sense. It cannot translate to anything. So as far as I'm concerned, if I have a page, or I have my personal page that can generate up to even 10 quality conversations. It will beat 1,000 or even 20,000, profile that has followers. So still the same thing. It's not about the numbers. It is about the quality conversation in that particular profile. So that result comes from connection and not popularity. So we're still, emphasizing on those people that feel without having large numbers, you cannot really penetrate the online space. That's a false. So followers don't build businesses, conversations do. That is just the basic truth. So you must be intentional about how you do your social media. It's not about having 1,000 followers and then you think it is what it is. And then you feel, yes, I am made. Now, another common lie that we always believe when it comes to our network marketing business in the online space, we always believe that, if I post my company every single day, people will join. My brothers and sisters, that's a bloody lie. Yes, I hate to bust your bubble, guys. It's a bloody lie. If you think you post Igoglobal business, let's say you post Igoglobal, a product, you post Iroko every day, you post a Pure Virgin every day, you talk about our compensation plan every day. If you think people will join you, that's a bloody lie. We're here to open the truth to you. Most companies will not do this. In fact, all companies will not do this, except Igoglobal. We're here to tell you and tell you how it is, clearly. People don't join companies online. See, write it down. People don't join companies online. Write it down. They join people they trust. So that is another common line. Now we're going to our model 1 because of time. Our model 1. The Igoglobal social media mindset shift. Now, we will compare the old ways, the old mentality, and then we will now talk about how Igoglobal runs the show. And that's why we are the talk of the town when it comes to the online space. Now, the old multi-level marketing strategy, what not to do, what you should avoid completely. Post flyers on a daily basis. If I go to your Facebook page now, if I want to go and do what we call audit, if I want to audit your page now, and then let me take your throughout January, I want to see all that you've been posting on your social media. The moment I see that from from the beginning of January to the end of January, all I see is Iroko, Pure Virgin flyers. You've gotten it wrong already. You've lost it already. You need to revamp your page. You need to re-strategize. And if I see you begging friends, please support me. See, I have come across a lot of networkers, not just Igoglobal, in general. They will wake up in the morning, they'll say, morning rise, thank you, Lord, for the day. Make una patronize my business. So if you not patronize my business, you not be my friend, oh, God forbid bad thing. If I am that your friend, I will not patronize your business. There's no emotions attached to it. What needs to be done properly. So you don't beg friends to support you. And then I've come across a lot of network marketers. Now we're focusing on networking itself, which is our Igoglobal business. I've come across, in fact, some of our Igoglobal influencers have been getting this particular one wrong, which is this last one. Argue, with skeptics in comments. Now, let me tell you one secret that most of you don't know. If you join a particular group on Facebook, all right, an open group, and I join the same group, we are mutual friends based on the group. And if we are mutual friends as per normal friends on Facebook, whatever comment that you comment on that group, I will see it all. So if I am following Madam Bilkisu now on Facebook and we are friends, and then Madam Bilkisu now goes to, let's say she goes to Yaba left, and then maybe she now sees the post that our able president fell down, and then Madam Bilkisu now started laughing, and started, yabbing Mr. President. I have seen it. A lot of Madam Bilkisu's friends who are also, mutual friends to that group have seen it. People that are supposed to, that you are grooming for them to become your partner in future, because online space is a gradual process. They have seen it. They've seen your mentality. There's one thing you can never see me do on social media. I never, ever, ever comment on anything that has to do with politics, that has to do with religion. This is my own personal it's just me. I don't know about you, but it's not because of business, but it's just because I don't want to be involved in that kind of, So I have my own ideologies. There are things that some people do that I don't like, but I keep it to myself. I don't need to come to an online space. Is like a world on its own. Whatever goes online stays online. You don't know how many people are screenshotting it. One day you would go to somewhere that they will make reference. Just like which day I saw someone, apply. They posted a very lucrative, opportunity on Twitter, and then somebody now, obviously it's possible that that person was qualified academically or skills wise. The person now said, I'm interested. Now, do you know what that person, the employer now did? The employer went to that person's profile and now screenshotted one odd comment that person made that has nothing to do with his business or anything, because now they, even when they are doing interviews, they will go and check your profile. They screenshotted it and he now posted it in public and said, if this is you and this is what you wrote about this particular issue, then I'm sorry, our company cannot work with you. Now, I'm just giving you an illustration, guys. So let's quickly dive. Now, the old way. The old way is what people believe. Now, the new ways, this is actually how it works. When there's a problem, the one thing I love about Igoglobal, we discover problems and then we provide solutions. So that is why I see when you are joining a company, join a company that have leadership with experience. There's leadership. There's leadership that have passed through the process and with experience. Igoglobal is one of it. Igoglobal is it. Now they have done it. They have tested, the wrong path, and now they know the right path, and that is why they are bringing the right path to us, so that we don't have to. We have skipped the wrong path. We are now on the right path. Now, this is exactly how it is. What actually works online? Number one, you need to educate people about health and business. It's not written here that you need to educate people about Iroko, Pure Virgin, and Igoglobal compensation plan. That's not what's written here. It's clearly written, you need to educate people about health and business. Now, if you pick that word health, do you know that only health alone can give you content for more than 5 to 10 years, and you are not done with using those contents? Let's take, for instance, Aproko doctor, Dr. Aproko, or what's his name? You can never see him make any content outside health. Has he run out of ideas? No. If you wake up tomorrow, you'll see him, you'll see posts about health. And you know why people are rushing after him? It's because they are getting value from it. There are a lot of other people that will focus strictly on business online, strictly on business. And you see them still, they can never run out of ideas. So what we say is, educate people about health and business. You need to inspire people. It is very important if you want to get it right. And that is why any day, anytime, if you wake me up, there is one particular person's profile that I must always visit every time, even if I don't engage on it. Yes, she's here. No other person but Madam Gift Emily. You see that woman? I'm not trying to. She says she doesn't like me hailing her too much. No vex. So after today, I'll give you one bottle of Miracle and then we'll settle it outside. Because the last meeting, I don't know, you made a statement about, but you see this one, I will talk about. When I say inspire people, inspiration can be fun. No? It's not all about being serious. Sometimes, let me tell you one truth, sometimes if I'm moody, if I want to laugh a bit, I will just visit her profile and then I will see what she's posting. She has a way of playing around. She plays around, and from that playing around, there's always a message that is attached to it. Though. The last time we saw in Lagos, I said, sometimes I wish I can do, everybody, we're all gifted in our own different ways. Some of us are born serious and serious-minded, but they admire something, Sometimes I feel like I can just relax myself and do some funny things that she does. She inspires me from it. Now, that is me as an Igoglobal. Imagine how many people that are not even in the Republic that she inspires on. Now, you need to document your life. In fact, it's not even just the inspiring. The documentation of life and business journey is very, very key. Very key. That is how you can measure your progress. When people see you as it is, you don't fake it. Nobody is saying that you must go to the most expensive place before you do a video and all that. No, nobody is saying, say, just be real, be yourself. Not every day is not meant to be successful. Sometimes there are failures. Sometimes you share. Don't worry, we'll get to that place. Now start conversations privately in the inbox. I see a lot of people, they get it wrong on this part as well. Every different platform is specially designed for something. Now, social media is for attraction, not for explanation. If you're explaining things to people on social media, you are getting it wrong. All right, so that is the new way, which is called the Igoglobal way. Now, number two, choose the right platform. You know, we're talking about every platform has its own unique place, you know, and its selling point. Now, you are not meant to be everywhere. This is the Igoglobal secret. You're not meant to be everywhere. Maybe you might say, I need to be on Facebook, I need to be on Instagram, I need to be on this thing at the same time. Everything, like that. No. Core platforms for Igoglobal influencers. We're going to give you some of them. I will give you reasons why. Now we have platform breakdown. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, and then we have WhatsApp. Now, let me bust your bubble, because me, I'm a man that I like the numbers. So I did a research. I had to do a research. I was like, okay, Facebook. Now in Nigeria, because everything is all about numbers. If you're doing sales, if you're doing recruiting, whatever you're doing, it's all about numbers. You understand? That's just the basic truth about everything. Whatever we're doing is about numbers. Quality numbers, not just random numbers. Now I did a quick research. I was like, okay, if you say Facebook, now in Nigeria, statistically, can you just give me a breakdown of how many people are actually actively, active on Facebook? And I discovered that in 2025, because obviously, that's the last one I can actually get. 2025, Facebook has over 48.7 million active users in Nigeria. 48.7 active users in Nigeria. Now, if you talk of Instagram, I was checking Instagram. Instagram has about between 10.6 to 10.9 million active users on Instagram in Nigeria only. Then when you rush to WhatsApp, we're looking about 51 million active users on WhatsApp. Guys, look at these numbers. Then I was like, okay, this one is general in Nigeria. After today's meeting, you need to go and make a research. Thank God that the system has introduced the ChatGPT for you to make research. Go and research your own state. Now, I did a further research on in Nigeria. I did for Lagos. I did for Abuja and Port Harcourt. And then for Lagos on Facebook, we're looking at 11.2 million active users. 11.2 million on only Lagos for Facebook. If you're looking at okay, that's for Abuja, I think. That's for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we're looking at 3.9 to 4 million active users. Guys, the reason why I'm calling these numbers is for you to understand how big and how huge. This is just Nigeria. This is what I just said now is just Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. We are not talking thousands, we're talking in millions. So this is exactly what you use these particular platforms for. Facebook is meant for you to build trust. It is meant for posts that are quite lengthy, long posts, and also, most importantly, it is an avenue for you to build a community. Instagram, it's an avenue where you can use, reels, increase your visibility, and also storytelling. A business, you cannot do without storytelling. Instagram is the right platform for it. And then also WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the best place for conversation and follow-up. It's not where you can discover. Have you ever tried to discover a prospect in WhatsApp? Is it possible? Have you ever tried that? The highest you can do is when they add you to a random group, and then you now decide to message that person inbox. The moment I see that, if you do that to me, I will block you instantly because I believe that it's called spamming. You are spamming me. I don't know you. So you have no right to write to me. So WhatsApp is not a place where you can build a community. If you think that is where you're building a community, you're getting it all wrong. It's Facebook. If you think WhatsApp is meant for storytelling, you're getting it wrong. Instagram is where you do that. And if you think you are going to lock a sales on Facebook more, I'm sorry to say it, WhatsApp is where it should be. So please have it at the back of your mind. And most importantly, you need to master one platform before you start another one. Don't join everything together, because when you do that, you find yourself crashing or not achieving anything at all. So that is it. Then model 3, what to post. We have 3-pillar content system. Very, very important. See, you see this one. You see this one. I want to beg you, with the God that you worship, with what you believe. You see this part, this content that we're talking about here. It might look like long story, but trust me, you see this one. Content is the heart of everything that has to do with online. You see, content is the king. That's what we call it in digital marketing. Content is king. Content wears the crown. Content controls the crowd. And that is why Igoglobal is now showing you the types of content and where those kind of contents can actually work. You don't just carry every content and then just like that. Now we have the first content, which is called education. Education, it builds authority. Now the purpose for it, it builds credibility and leadership. Now look at some of the examples of the type of content that are in the category of education. For instance, now let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, is it more clearer now? Is it better?
It's okay as
Yes,
it
sir.
was before.
All right. So now these are just three out of the millions type of educational content that you can actually use. Now this is one. It says 3 reasons people stay broke even when they work hard. As you're seeing it now, you can actually do a research on it for you to have your next post. Now, 3 reasons people stay broke even when they work hard. They don't work smart. Why they work hard? This is an educational one. Then you can use why multiple income streams are no longer optional. Guys, you are not mentioning Igoglobal here. You're not mentioning anything that has to do with our business. You're just teaching people. You're just teaching. If I want to learn something new in tech on Facebook or any of the social media platform, I have a particular person that I know. Anytime he posts, what he posts is of value. I go there, I filter what I need, and then I find a way to polish it. Now that is how to build authority. Now he has built an authority of education, where anything that has to do with tech, I go there. Now anything that has to do with wellness, or it's just like our able mentor, who is what's his name, our GoPro mentor. Anytime I want to think of something that has to do with leadership or network marketing, I always go to Eric Warren's page. There's always something that he has there. That is education. That is authority. Now, let me tell you, Eric Warren, the reason why he is still selling more on the GoPro events is because he keeps on staying consistent. Go to his page, you will see a lot of things about. Now we are even privileged to even have our CEO, Dr. Victor Legend, who is also dishing out good content on education. Guys, subscribe. I'm telling you. Now look at another one. What nobody tells you about entrepreneurship in Nigeria. These are just one type of content, which is education, authority. You build authority. Now we also have what we call the story. See, story is relatability, something that people can relate. You see this one, this one they sell well. Hey, you see stories, and please, I beg of you, do not create fictions. Don't do that. Don't create fake stories. Make sure there are things that are real. Now, the purpose for this is to make people connect emotionally. See, our emotions, they play tricks on us as humans. The moment they connect emotionally, they are completely yours. Now, look at an example, your first Igoglobal meeting experience. See, if I tell you my first Igoglobal meeting experience, some people go cry. Yes, now. And I know there are some people on where if they talk their own too, they might I feel cry too. So it's emotional. That is the story behind it. Ah, my first testimony on high blood pressure, not even you or somebody else. Now you're not even talking about Europe or anything. Now, no, though from storytelling you can actually infuse your Igo Global business, and everything. You understand? Now look at another one, a mistake you made or a mistake I made before joining. It might not be even Igo Global, you experience that mistake. It can be maybe your previous network, something. But the truth is, when there is a story behind every movement, it makes it more emotional and people can actually relate with it. So this is another type of content. And then we have this third one, which is called invitation, guys. Soft call to action, which is CTA. Now, the purpose for this particular type of content is to open conversations, not pressure people. Let me give you one instance. There's one thing about our business. Every day you'll be seeing even dog and cat will go and open business. I go, what do they call it? Network marketing business. Even rats will go open it on. Go say something new is coming. That's the normal language. Now somebody told me that there's an opportunity that is coming and everything. And let me tell you something. It's not a crime for you to listen. All right. I'm not trying to tell you to listen, but it's not a crime to, because I personally, what I do is I have so many times people that bring opportunity to me end up coming to Igo Global to join after I listen to them. I didn't chase them away. That is always my drive. Whatever, I am an open book. Bring it on, and I'll tell you what I have, and mine is always better. And at the end of the day, even if you don't join instantly, a few weeks before you know, guy, alpha, that's your own. Send me that conversation play. I get something where I see where I don't understand. They are beginning to pick interest already. Now, this particular person, something is coming, you sent me this. See, I woke when the person open it. Now, look at the funniest thing that happened. A week after, this woman just did, what they call forwarding message, like saying a bomb. She sent me over more than 30 messages forwarded. Now presentation, pia, pia, pia. The moment the thing were just entering like water, the next thing where my hand went was blocked. I just blocked and straight. I say after I did that in my mind, I say you have no right to spam my office, because this WhatsApp is my office. So you have no right to spam it. So now the purpose is for you to open conversations, not to pressure people. Now, this is an example. I am learning a new skill this season, especially in January 2026. Now, if you're curious, message me. It's an open invitation for anyone. If income growth, really matters to you in this year, 2026, you really want to be intentional, let's talk. Now, these are the words that you should never use. Never say join now. You see, join now, eh? No talk. If you say join now, it always rings a bell. Now, one of them. Always start a conversation, guys. Very, very important. Now, we'll talk about the daily 30-minute, social media routine. Now, see, one thing about social media is if you can follow the guide, just like what are able, the managements are currently doing with what we're doing in social media, especially on that WhatsApp. You see that WhatsApp group, eh? In fact, I will test you, see you. I will monetize that group. But Igoglobal is family, so we have to do what we have to do. You see all those activities? Don't think people are not watching, no. They are watching closely. It's not about that 5,000 naira recharge card. When you start seeing the results, you understand that it all started from this group. So this is just an illustration of daily routine breakdown. 10 minutes engagement. You can just decide every day I want to engage 10 minutes. Comment meaningfully on 5 to 10 posts. Oga, when they say comment meaningfully, it's not for you to go to one person's post and just write emoji. You just put emoji. Pia, pia. Even me, I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged. One thing about Igoglobal is even you as a presenter, while you're presenting, you're also learning. We are not perfect. So I apologize to anyone that maybe I engaged on your post and the only thing you saw was emoji. Please forgive me, I'm on my nails. Anyway, so reply stories with questions, not emoji. When you see someone's story on Facebook or on Instagram, let's say the person is maybe the person posted maybe the person visited somewhere and then you love the environment and then you now post emoji of love. Ask the person a question. You need to engage that person. You ask the person, say, wow, this place looks familiar. Is this Almat Farm? You have created a conversation, a meaningful conversation. Now, 10 minutes. Now, remember, we're looking at the daily routine breakdowns. We've talked about the engagement. Now, spare out time, 10 minutes out of your time for posting. One value post or a short reel on a daily basis. Now, whatever you're posting must be clean and clear. And please use human language. At this point, you see the way people are rushing ChatGPT. We have gurus in ChatGPT that the moment you post anything that has to do with ChatGPT, they will tell you that you see this particular one is ChatGPT. And let me give you one secret. Most people that reach out to you and say, tell me more about Iroko. You see that question? They have gone to ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT that same question. If you bring the answer that you will get from ChatGPT and give them, they will laugh. They will say, this one, it doesn't know his product. He has gone to ChatGPT. So whatever that ChatGPT gives you is not the final say. The final say is you must sound human. You are meant to edit it to sound like you. ChatGPT will only give you it gives you a clue on how you should go about it. And then you edit it in your own language, the way you sound, so that it can be authentic. And then spare out 10 minutes for conversation. Guys, reply your DMs. So reply. You don't know where the next big deal will be coming from. Reply your DMs, follow up gently, ask questions. Don't pitch on people immediately. See, consistency beats talent. It's just a daily. Now, how to start conversation without sounding desperate? It is very important. We have bad versus good messages. Now, this is an example of a bad message. Hello, are you open for a business opportunity? You see that language, everybody knows it and they know what it means, and they will definitely ignore it. If you want us to experiment it, let us do it. Go to your Facebook. I'm not telling you to do it too, because if you do it now, what we are working on, what our MD is taking our time to build, what the managements are taking their time to build, you will spoil it if you go and post this bad message. The truth is, if I see anywhere that says, hello, are you open for a business opportunity? I will just ignore the person. Now, it's better for you to say, I saw your post on career growth. Let's say the person posted something that has to do with career growth. You now reply the person and say, I saw your post on career growth. What line are you really into? Or what line or what field in that are you into? Now you have created a conversation. It has nothing to do with your business, but you have connected with that person's business. Or it's a quick question. Are you open to learning, new income skills this year? No, there's nobody that doesn't want skills. In fact, everybody now understands that skills over certificate. I'm sorry to say, it's always my slogan: skills over certificate. At this point, I have when I say skills over certificate, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to school. Now, I have a friend that flies, a bigger fleet. He's a pilot. He's a commanding pilot in a fleet. In he earns in millions. He earns in millions. Like when I say millions, he earns over 10 to 12 million in a month. Now, when his family relocated, I think they relocated to Canada already. Now he was thinking of relocating as well. Now the only thing he knows is flying. And flying, once you are out of Nigeria, you're using your Nigerian what do they call it? You're using your Nigerian license. So that means if you want to fly in another country outside Nigeria, especially in the Europe or the Americans, you have to convert your license. And it takes a process. Now that means outside Nigeria, if he wants to go there, he's as good as a cleaner. Now there's somebody here that is he didn't go to school, but he's a digital marketing guru. He understands online. Now this guy relocated, and this guy is earning even way more than that pilot. Now what I'm trying to say is skills. You see skills, whatever you're learning here tonight, don't joke with it. Now this is another one. I am building something new, and I thought of you. How can I share? Now these are strategic ways of sending a good message. Now, model 6, turn content into prospects. You see this content part, very important too. The flow explained. See, post value. Whatever you are posting must be of value. Even if you're posting it in a fun way, there must be value attached to it. Anytime someone comments or reacts, see, post value, someone comments or reacts, then you DM them. Okay, that's just the flow. When you post something of value and someone comments or reacts, you DM them. DMing them doesn't mean you are going to stress them or anything. You say, thanks for engaging on my post. What part stood out for you? You have instantly you have opened conversation. It's like you posting, something that has to do with leadership, or maybe you picked one of our CEO's, contents that he posts his video that has to do with, maybe you just say something that has to do with networking, why people get it wrong or something that has to do with leadership. You post it on your status, and people flip, and it comes to that place. Somebody now clicks like on the video on your Facebook status, and you just ignore the person like that because you are looking for like. Who tell you saying I like would define for you? Anything that does not translate to money, it's not that doesn't translate to numbers, it's not worth it. So the moment somebody engaged to it, you go there. Thanks for engaging. I know it's not like thanks for engaging on my post. What part stood out for you? Then you listen to them. See, people convince themselves when they speak, or when you listen to them while they are talking, they are already convincing themselves why they should be part of what you're talking about. You have not even started talking about business. So that is just the flow. Post something of value. When someone comments or reacts, you DM them with this kind of format. Okay, it's just like a script. Then the common social media mistakes. We repeat again. Posting only product flyers. That's an error. So you be the judge. You go back to before you sleep, or no, right today. It has to be today, because tomorrow, once tomorrow reach now, you're taking children to school, you've forgotten about everything. After this meeting, go back to your post. If you know you are found in any of these things, please find a way to revamp your page. Posting only product flyers every time, it is a no-no. Arguing online when they argue, like somebody that is standing, those people that early morning around before 7 they'll go and stand somewhere that they sell newspaper. You'll be hearing shout, yeah. That is the physical. That's the physical version of you. If you are doing arguing online, that's like that's your classmates there. Now copying mentors word for word. Nobody is saying you shouldn't have a mentor. Nobody is saying you shouldn't have a mentor, but when you get something from them, like I said, you go back and then restructure it to sound like you. All right, so that it can be unique. See, let me tell you, most contents that you're seeing online, they are duplicates, but they are duplicates that have been, readjusted or restructured. So they now look different or they look new. Trust me, like 90% of contents online are duplicates. But people that are smart enough, they understand that they need to, put some touches so that it can be now unique. Then being in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they don't see you, you don't post anything for Facebook. Even if you don't post on your timeline, you have stories that you can just, people should know that you're being active. And then after weeks, you don't post, so you now enter. The next week, you enter aggressively. You are bombarding everywhere. You think they will see it. They are not seeing it. If you think your people are seeing it, they are not, because Facebook is an automated system. It works for people that work. Then hiding your face forever. Nobody says that being faceless is not good, but please show your face. Do videos of yourself. Let people know that you are real. Let them trust you. Let them connect with you. So these are some of the common mistakes that people make. Then you talk about the Igoglobal brand rules for distributor. Be professional. You need to be professional and not robotic. It's like repeating what I just said earlier. You need to be professional. Whatever you copy from any AI or whatever, you need to garnish it so that it can be human. You need to represent growth and not desperation. The moment people can feel desperation, they can sense it. They can sometimes when I receive a message that somebody is interested, tell me more about Iroko. I know it's good to answer promptly, but sometimes I intentionally ignore the person. I will not read it for I can be busy, Intentionally, I'll decide not to reply you till I know the person might be speaking to somebody else, but intentionally I can decide not to answer you. Reasons, because that desperation, you don't need to show it. But I'm not saying that when people tell you they are interested in tell me more about your product, you leave them for 5 days before. Don't say it's Mr. Africa, not be me send you. So, and then show learning, not perfection. Don't act like you know it all. Sometimes you post as if you are also learning. People can relate with you. But when you act like Mr. Perfect, I know it all, a lot of people want to run away from you. Even if what you're posting is of value. Sometimes act like, yeah, I'm also equal to making mistakes. Now, never insult 9 to 5 workers. Oga, madam, draw your ear away. Never in your Igoglobal business insult anyone that does 9 to 5 work. Don't try it. Don't try. A lot of networkers make this mistake. You are doing a job. You are a slave. You are doing this. You are doing that. Sir, ma, there are some slaves that you are hearing there that, like I said, when you hear their monthly income, you go shake. For those people that you think they are doing jobs 9 to 5, those guys are still potential. You don't insult them. You don't try it. And then never promise quick money. On no circumstances do you say, Igoglobal is not a Ponzi. It's not a Ponzi company, guys. We don't do that. It's a process. It's a structure. Remember that your page is your digital office. So whatever you do as a brand that is promoting a brand, because you're a brand influencer of Igoglobal, promoting Igoglobal as a company, whatever you do, remember that place online is your digital office. As people wake up, they dress up, those that go to the 9 to 5. Now, so me, if I wake up, I have my own office space in my own house. I will dress up and go and sit down and put my laptop. I don't enter my office. I treat it like an office. And then sometimes, some odd times when people call me because they want product or they want to know more about product, this is closing hour. You can't be calling me by 10 p.m. and you expect me to pick your call or answer your message. Highest I will answer, I'll say, please, it's quite late. Would you mind if we, continue this conversation tomorrow? There's somebody that was willing to pay at that time. I said, do you mind if we continue this conversation tomorrow? But even the person said, will say, this person is different too. Some people will say, oh yeah, send me proof of payment, sharp. So you need to put some value and some touches. Now we have the simple 7 days practice challenge. Day 1, optimize. I think this is what is going on already. So I wouldn't want to burst so many bubbles because this will be unveiled. Let me skip this part if you don't mind me. So I'll skip this part. Now, this is the final truth, guys. The final truth is very simple. Social media doesn't fail people. Social media doesn't fail people. People fail to show up correctly. So you need to be intentional about showing up correctly on social media. Your growth starts with how you show up on a daily basis. Just want to tell you that. That is exactly how it is. So, guys, that is why I go global is I go global. And that is why we are different. We are not just a company, we are just not another company. We are entirely different in this community. So thank you so much. I hope you got value. I hope you got value because the emojis that I'm seeing, they are too small for me. I want to see those that are leaving. As they are leaving without dropping emoji. Okay, no wala. Thank you so much. I hope you got value. Thank you. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much,
All
Mr.
right,
Ifan.
over to you, sir. Thank you.
You, Mr. Ifan. You wonderful, wonderful as always. Guys, please destroy the emoji button. Believe you me, I have a replacement for it. Just make sure you hit it so hard. Mr. Ifan, you did wonderfully well in taking us through all of this process. I want to tell you that the things we are doing in Igoglobal, beginning from this year, is things that if you are following up with us, doing it step by step, and doing the little daily exercise, there is no reason why you won't come back with a fact check at the end of every week. I tell you, at the end of every week. So there is no reason why you should come to a meeting like this without anybody coming as a result of the engagement during the week. So guys, our entire target is making sure that on Saturday presentation, business presentation, you have a whole full room waiting to listen to the clarity of what Igoglobal is all about. Remember, it is not there in the social media that you will have to start explaining your business. So we are campaigning to make sure that we fill the room. We fill the room with a lot of numbers of representatives. Mr. Faye, thank you so much. I really appreciate that which you have done. Excellent presentation. Guys, this presentation will be live